Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. Got a big college football slate today, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Working our way to 22.4K subs, so keep it up, guys. Check out all my betting links in the description below. Really good promos with FanDuel. New customers bet 5, get 200 bonus bets guaranteed. Other good promos with DraftKings, BetMGM, Bet365. Take advantage of those guys. And also on FanDuel today, guys, they have a 50% profit boost on all parlays for college football. Just need to get 3 legs, get it at plus 100, and 50% profit boost, which is awesome. So take advantage of that, guys. They've been doing it every weekend. It's a good way to get a nice little 3-legger that you love today. Boost those odds, get a nice dub, and get that in the link to the description, guys. Don't want to miss out on that. That's what I've been using my parlays on, and it's been super fun and helpful. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Monster slate today, a lot of good games. First matchup, we got a nice matchup. Start the day off. We got Alabama versus Wisconsin. Bama opening up as a 16.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 48.5. Bama coming into this matchup 2-0. Wisconsin also 2-0 here. We got Bama coming off a big USF win, 42-16. Looked good their first 2 games. Beat Western Kentucky 63-0. Wisconsin, man, they have not looked good. Won the first game against Western Michigan 28-14. Beat South Dakota 27-13. So they've only scored 28 points this, 28 and 27 in 2 games here. Offense, not amazing. The passing yards has barely gotten 200 in both games. Rushing, almost about 200. But Bama, they've been killing it with rushing and offense. Been very balanced. I just don't trust Wisconsin here. Bama 6-0 on the road, 8-2 covering against the Big Ten. Wisconsin 2-5 against the SEC. I'm afraid they're not gonna be able to put up enough points here. It's gonna be tough against this Bama defense. Bama, they've been scoring. They've looked great so far through 2 games. Wisconsin offensively, I mean, they've gotten both wins, but hasn't been pretty. I just think I got to take Bama here. I'm worried about the offense for the Badgers to keep up, and because if they're down a little bit, I don't know. Wisconsin's not the team to come from behind. They need to be up, holding a lead so they can run the ball. Give me Bama minus the points on the road in this one. Throw them in a teaser too. Get that point total lower. Next matchup, we've got Arkansas State versus Michigan. Michigan opening up as a 22-point home favorite with the over-under at 47.5. Arkansas State coming into this matchup 2-0. Michigan 1-1. Arkansas State coming off a Tulsa win 28-24. Michigan coming off an embarrassing loss against Texas 31-12. Just absolutely embarrassing. Michigan, it's pretty obvious they have a bad quarterback issue. Their quarterback issue's pretty bad. They have multiple quarterbacks who I think aren't really that good. And Texas murdered them. I think it's going to be a tough year for Michigan until the quarterback situation gets figured out. I'm not too concerned about Arkansas State. I think Michigan's going to bounce back today. I'm not too worried about Arkansas State. They're 0-10 against the Big Ten. I don't really see any kind of upset potential here. Michigan will get it going. 130-10 in their opener. I think that we're going to get something like that. I think they're going to run all over Arkansas State. Quarterbacks, I think they'll get better over time, but as of right now, I'm not sold on the quarterbacks, but defense is going to stop Arkansas State, and Michigan State will run the ball on them. So I'm going to take Michigan State minus the points at home in this one. Next matchup, we got LSU versus South Carolina. LSU opening up as a 6-point road favorite with the over-under at 48. LSU coming into this matchup 1-1. South Carolina 2-0. LSU coming off a Nichols win 44-21. Nothing crazy in that game. What's surprising is South Carolina. They're coming off a 31-6 win against Kentucky. Big big upset, you would say. I mean, man, they absolutely dominated Kentucky. Um, nice little start for the season for South Carolina here. LSU though 7-0 against South Carolina, 5-2 covering against South Carolina. They've been very good against South Carolina here. Yeah, I don't know. They just cannot beat LSU. LSU's just been dominant. You know, you guys saw LSU, the tough loss in their opener to USC. I still think they're going to bounce back and have a great season here. This is a big test for South Carolina. I mean, 2-0. We'll see what they really are. I mean, if South Carolina can win at home, that would be big. That would be huge for South Carolina. But until I see it happen, I just don't know. They just can't beat LSU. LSU's just, they've had their number for so long. Give me the points. Give me LSU minus 6.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got Memphis versus Florida State. Florida State opening up as a 6.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 53.5. Memphis coming into this matchup 2-0. Florida State 2-0. I'm sorry, Florida State 0-2. Memphis coming off a Troy win, 38-17. They got Florida State coming off an embarrassing loss against Boston College. They were 16-point favorites against Boston College too, and yeah, you know the story. DJ playing so bad at quarterback. He's just been very bad at quarterback right now. Florida State hasn't looked good defensively. They have all this elite talent, and they just have not put it together. It's very frustrating, I'm sure, for Florida State fans. Memphis 5-0 on the road, 5-0 covering the spread right now. Don't sleep on Memphis. I mean, man, Florida State, they've just looked disappointing. I mean, are we going to get better play out of DJ this season? I don't know. I think he's on the hot seat right now. I think fans want him gone. Man, I don't know, but I'm buying a point until I can see it happen. This is just a disaster, Florida State team. It's a disaster. Memphis 2-0, nothing crazy, and good covering the spread here. I'm gonna buy a point. I'm gonna take Memphis plus 7.5 on the road here against a struggling Florida State team. We'll see if they can get it together, but I don't think Florida State should be favored at all, personally. So we'll see if Memphis shows up today, but until I can see it happen, give me the Tigers plus 7.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got Oklahoma State versus Tulsa. Oklahoma State opening up as an 18-point road favorite with the over-under at 62.5. Oklahoma State coming into this matchup 2-0. Tulsa 1-1. Oklahoma State coming off a big Arkansas win in overtime, 39-31. Tulsa, they're coming off an Arkansas State loss. Oklahoma State 9-0 against Tulsa. Yeah, they've been dominant head-to-head against Tulsa. 6-1 against the AACC conference. Tulsa 0-10 against the Big 12. They do not do good against the Big 12. 1-9 covering at home. Yeah, horrible covering team at home here. It's a lot of points here, but man, do I trust Tulsa? I don't think I do. Oklahoma State, we saw Gordon not have a great running game last week. Arkansas locked him up. Yeah, I think they're going to unleash Ollie Gordon here for Oklahoma State. He's going to run all over Tulsa. I think he's going to have a monster game. I'm taking Oklahoma State here. Throw them in a tease. That's my recommendation. Hit them around like 10 or 12 or something. That seems beautiful to me. But nonetheless, taking Oklahoma State. They've been dominant against Tulsa. I think the offense gets moving more a bit. You know, they played a tough SEC team last week. Was able to score a lot, but offensive, defensive, I think they'll be all right today. Give me Oklahoma State minus the points on the road today. Next matchup, got a big ranked matchup. We got Boston College versus Missouri. Missouri opening up as a 14.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 53.5. Boston College coming into this matchup 2-0. Missouri also 2-0. Boston College coming off a Duquesne win 56-0. Missouri, they have not given up points this season. Coming off a 38-0 win against Buffalo, and then a 51-0 win against Murray State. I mean, man, offensively, defensively, been great. Boston College 4-1 covering on the road here. The numbers are amazing for Mizzou. 5-0 in September, 5-0 at home. Tell you what, you can't sleep on Boston College. This is like the first time Boston College has been ranked in a long time. Don't sleep on them. The line's already moved down a bit. Boston College was like plus 17 opening up. Now we're at like plus 14.5. Yeah, don't sleep on Boston College. Nick Castellanos, this team they got's pretty good. Running quarterback, he's going to give Missouri problems. He's looked good through 2 games. Offenses look good. Defenses look pretty good here. It'll be a test for Missouri. But I don't know. It's a lot of points I'm liking. And this is a good running team for Boston College. We'll see if the Missouri team can hold up on D. I don't think they're going to hold Boston College to 0 points today, unfortunately. I'm a sucker for a good dog, and I think they're the best dog on the slate today. I'm liking the points with Boston College here. Missouri's good. I think that Castellanos is going to have a great game. I think he's going to cause them a lot of problems. Give me Boston College plus 14.5 on the road today. I think they keep it close. Next matchup, we got Ball State versus Miami. Miami opening up as a 36.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 55. Ball State coming into this matchup 1-0. Miami 2-0. Ball State coming off a Missouri State win 42-34. Miami coming off a 56-9 win against FAMU. Yeah, Miami, they've looked really great this season. Cam Ward's look great. Offenses look good. Defenses look good here. Ball State 1-7 on the road. Miami 11-2 in a week 3 game. I just love Miami here. Offensively, man, Cam Ward has been awesome for Miami. Yeah, I think they should dominate Ball State on both sides today. Give me Miami minus the points at home. Throw them in a teaser. Next matchup, we got Notre Dame versus Purdue. Notre Dame opening up as a 7.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 47.5. Notre Dame coming into this matchup 1-1. Purdue 1-0. Notre Dame, I mean, what to say about Notre Dame? Losing to NIU 16-14 last week. They just looked horrible. They looked horrible. Should have dominated them. Purdue coming off an Indiana State win 49-0. Notre Dame 8-0 against Purdue. 5-2 on the road against Purdue here, where they've been really good. Just a bad game from Notre Dame, but great coaching. I think they're gonna bounce back big here. I'm not too concerned with Purdue. I like Purdue. I think they're gonna run. I'm sorry. I like Notre Dame. I think they're gonna run on them. Devastating loss last week. I just couldn't possibly see them losing back-to-back games here. If they lose to Purdue today, their season's over. I mean, they can't afford another loss this early on. Big win for the Fighting Irish today. I think they dominate today. I'm gonna buy a point. Give me Notre Dame minus 6.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got Oregon versus Oregon State, a good rivalry game. Oregon opening up as a 17-point road favorite with the over-under at 50. Both teams coming into this matchup 2-0. Oregon coming off a 3-point win against Boise State. I mean, haven't been dominating like you would like here. Barely beat Idaho by 10. Tough game against a good Boise State team. Oregon State, they're coming off a 21-0 win against San Diego State. Last year, we saw Oregon beat Oregon State 31-7. Oregon 13-3 against Oregon State. I mean, they've looked very good head-to-head here. You know, I like Oregon, but the points, man, I just don't know. And I think it's going to be a rivalry game. We saw Oregon State not too good last year, but Oregon's kind of struggled a bit and haven't put up the numbers you would expect on offense. You know, 17-point favorites against Boise State. Same line last weekend. Barely beat them. Barely beat Idaho. I don't know. The offense, I think, is a work in progress. They're still going to be really great, though. But it is a lot of points here. I think I got to take the Beavers here. Plus the points. I'm going to buy a half a point. Get them plus 17.5. I think they can keep it close against Oregon at home, too. Give me Oregon State plus the points at home. Next matchup, we've got Texas A&M versus Florida. A&M opening up as a 4-point road favorite with the over-under at 45.5. A&M coming into this matchup 1-1. Florida also 1-1 here. A&M coming off a 52-10 win against McNeese State after coming off that Notre Dame loss. Good bounce back for them. Florida, they're coming off a Samford win 45-7. The reports are, I'm saying they're going to play 2 quarterbacks today with Graham Mertz and their other quarterback. So we could see a quarterback system rotation today. And they got a lot of injuries. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players out for Florida. A lot of guys questionable. A lot of injuries for this Florida team. Yeah, A&M. The numbers look bad for both teams. I mean, Florida 1-6 in their last 7, 1-6 covering the spread. A&M 0-10 on the road, 0-5 covering the spread. It looks bad on both ends. I just don't like what I've seen from Florida. Going to be playing a tough A&M team here. I just don't trust the Gators. The quarterback situation has been bad. Graham Mertz has been bad. He's never been good. I always think he's one of the worst quarterbacks. He's just not good. Florida looks like a mess. The coaching sucks. Yeah, I just don't trust the Gators here. I think you're getting A&M at a value, who I think is clearly the better team. Gonna buy a point. Give me A&M minus 2.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got Oklahoma versus Tulane. Oklahoma opening up as a 13-point home favorite with the over-under at 46.5. Tulane coming into this matchup 1-1. Oklahoma 2-0. Tulane coming off a Kansas State loss, 34-27. Oklahoma coming off a weird game against Houston, winning 16-12. You know, they were 27-point favorites, and yeah, just I don't know, a weird game. Didn't look good on offense. Was able to sneak out with a win. Tulane 0-12 against the SEC. You know, I would say that stat doesn't count too much considering Oklahoma's new in the SEC. Oklahoma 9-0 at home, where they've been very good here. Yeah, it was just a weird game last week. I just think I gotta take Oklahoma. I think they're gonna bounce back in a big way at home here. I think we'll see more of a game like we saw at Temple, where they won 51-3. But yeah, weird game last week. It's whatever. I like Oklahoma. Give them minus 13 a money line at home today. Next matchup, we've got Utah versus Utah State. Utah opening up as a 18-point road favorite with the over-under at 43.5. Utah coming into this matchup 2-0. Utah State 1-1. Utah on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Baylor win, 23-12. Yeah, Cam Rising injured. It looks like he's doubtful today, which, you know, isn't very good. Utah State coming off a 48-0 loss against USC. They looked really bad against USC. Quarterback play is very bad for Utah State. Utah, you know, probably not going to be the best offensive showing today. Not too much confident with Utah State. They couldn't score against USC. I think Utah today is simply going to win on their defense alone. We saw when Cam Ward didn't play last year. It was the defense keeping them in games. Utah 14-1 against Utah State. 6-1 on the road against Utah State here. Even with Cam Rising out, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be able to run the ball very well. I'm not too concerned with them losing Cam Rising here. I think the offense will probably take a little bit of a hit, but I'm just not convinced Utah State's going to do too much on offense here. I think Utah is going to dominate them on defense here. I just don't think I could trust Utah State plus the points here. I think Utah will get a lot of defensive stops, maybe some defensive scores here. I got to take Utah minus the points on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got Ole Miss versus Wake Forest. Ole Miss opening up as a 21-point road favorite with the over-under at 64.5. Ole Miss coming into this matchup 2-0. Wake Forest 1-1. Ole Miss on a 2-game winning streak, obviously coming off a Middle Tennessee win, 52-3, only giving up 3 points so far this season. Wake Forest coming off a 31-30 loss against Virginia. Ole Miss 5-1 against the ACC, where they've been really good. And yeah, I don't know how Wake Forest is going to be able to stop Ole Miss here. Yeah, I think they dominate Wake Forest here. Offense should be electric. I just think I got to take Ole Miss minus the points on the road here. Next matchup, we got UTSA versus Texas. Texas opening up as a, let's see. Yeah, they're a 35.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 55.5. UTSA coming into this matchup 1-1. Longhorns 2-0. UTSA coming off a 49-10 loss against Texas State. Texas coming off a 31-12 win against Michigan, dominating win from Texas here. Yeah, if UTSA just lost by 39 to Texas State, I just don't know what Texas is going to do to them. Could be a lot worse. UTSA 1-6 covering in week 3, 0-6 as an underdog here. I don't think there's real upset potential here. Texas 8-0 at home, where they've been dominant, 5-1 covering the spread. I just don't see how. I just think Texas is going to be too much here. UTSA was a mess against Texas State last week. Yeah, I just don't see the cover potential here from UTSA. I just don't see it here. Texas, they might be up 35-0 at halftime. I got to take Texas minus the points at home today. Next matchup, we've got Georgia versus Kentucky. Georgia, let's see, opening up as a 22.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 44.5. Georgia coming into this matchup 2-0. Kentucky 1-1. Georgia coming off a 48-3 win against Tennessee Tech. They've only given up 6 points. They haven't given up a touchdown this season. And Kentucky, what a disappointing game from Kentucky. They just put up 6 points against South Carolina, got absolutely dominated. Benched their quarterback, their big recruit, like 5-star quarterback they got. He looked horrible. Man, he struggled against South Carolina. I don't know what he's going to look like today against Georgia. Georgia 10-0 against Kentucky, 8-0 on the road against Kentucky here. Yeah, they struggled against South Carolina last week. I don't know what they're going to do against Georgia here. I don't know where the offense is going to come from because they look like a mess. I got to take Georgia minus the points on the road today. Next matchup. Got a rivalry game here. Got Colorado versus Colorado State. Colorado. Let's see. Colorado opening up as a 7.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 58.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-1. Colorado. I mean, they look horrible. Lost 28-10 to Nebraska. They look horrible. The team doesn't look any better. The offensive line doesn't look good. The defense looks horrible. I mean, they can't stop anybody. Colorado State coming off a UNCO win, 38-17. You know, their first game was against Texas, where they lost 52-0. So, say what you want about that first game from Colorado State, but you know they weren't going to win that game. Colorado, they're 6-0 against Colorado State. They've been good against them. We saw this game last year. This game was really good last year. Let's see. Back to... Yeah, Colorado State. Let's see, this game last year. Yeah, they lost 43-35. I mean, that was a heck of a game. I'm just not sold on Colorado, man. I mean, they've been very disappointing. If you watch this game, Shedeur has no time to throw. Offense doesn't look amazing. If they can't get the deep ball, they haven't really been successful. The running game's been bad. They can't stop anybody on defense here. That's been their issue. They've got the offense to score points, but their defense has just been getting them out of games. They looked horrible against Nebraska last week. in-state rival. I just think I got to take the points with the Rams here. Plus 7.5. Colorado very inconsistent. It was a very crazy game last year. I'm just not sold on Colorado. They're disappointing here, especially when they're a favorite. Such a letdown. The defense is just very bad. And I think I got to take the Rams plus 7.5 at home today. Next matchup, we've got Kent State versus Tennessee. Tennessee opening up as a 49-point home favorite with the over-under at 62.5. Kent State coming into this matchup 0-2. Tennessee 2-0. Kent State, yeah, haven't looked good coming off a San Francisco PA loss. Tennessee coming off a 51-10 win against NC State. Big win against a ranked NC State team. That was a nice win for them. Kent State 0-11 against the SEC. 0-8 on the road. 1-9-1 covering the spread here. They were very bad. Yeah, Kent State, very bad football team. I mean, they've lost their last 10 dating back to last season. There's a lot of points here. That's why I recommend throwing them in a teaser. Get Tennessee around 40 or less. That would be my ideal play. But nonetheless, I just can't back Kent State. Tennessee, it could be a game where they put up... We're starting to see teams put up 70 a lot more. So I could definitely see Tennessee doing that today. Give me Tennessee minus the points and at home, and throw them in a teaser as well. Then the next matchup, or last matchup I'm covering, we got New Mexico versus Auburn. Auburn opening up as a 26.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 59.5. New Mexico coming into this matchup 0-2. Auburn 1-1. New Mexico coming off a 61-39 loss against Arizona. Hey, New Mexico's been able to score. They've put up 39 and 31 points in 2 games, so they've been able to score. Auburn coming off a 21-14 loss against Cal. From what I'm seeing, Auburn, they are benching their quarterback today. They are starting a redshirt freshman in Hank Brown. So we're going to see how that goes. New Mexico 4-1 covering the spread. Yeah, I'm very concerned with Auburn. I'm covering this game because I'm not in love with New Mexico, but I'm in love with the points on the road up against a redshirt freshman quarterback for Auburn here. Obviously, Auburn offense hasn't looked that good. I don't know. It's just a lot of points for them to win by for a redshirt freshman quarterback who's unproven right now. New Mexico, they've been able to score. I mean, they're 0-2, but they've been putting up 30+ in both games here. That's very encouraging from a 26-point dog. Most 26-point dogs aren't putting up 30+ points. I can assure you that. Yeah, I like New Mexico State. I'm going to buy a point, though, to make it over a scoring possession. So we'll take New Mexico State plus 27.5 on the road today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. You guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.